Jessica, welcome to breakfast.
Thank you so much.
And you're smiling a lot.
Yeah.
Because you've got plenty of reason to be smiling.
Yes, plenty.
What's going on? You're Oscar nominated right now, and your two films are 1 and 2 in the US box office.
You know what's incredible too? It happened last year as well. It happened with The Help was #1 and The Debt was #2. And for so many years, I kept hearing that studios don't want to make movies with lead female characters anymore because no one goes to see them. But if you look at The Help and The Debt, and then this weekend you look at Zero Dark 30 and Mama, they're movies, with strong female characters. It's very encouraging.
Can I be honest with you? I am bad news. I'm not your friend. I'm not going to help you. I'm going to break you. Any questions?
You are very much in demand.
It's a very strange industry, isn't it? Where you spend years and years begging for an audition, and you cannot be seen or heard.
I want to make something absolutely clear. If you thought there was some working group coming to the rescue, I want you to know that you're wrong. This is it.
Let's talk about Zero Dark 30, the story of the search for Osama bin Laden. You play a CIA agent. And one of the areas that people are concerned about is the torture scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as an actress, you see a script, you know the storyline. How do you deal with knowing that what you're doing is a depiction of something that was real?
Well, as an actor, I don't want to play myself, and I'm not playing myself in this movie. I'm not playing Jessica Chastain as a CIA agent. The film's based on first-hand accounts, and Catherine Bigelow wrote an incredible statement to the LA Times. In it, she said, "Depiction does not mean endorsement." Because if it did, no artist could do anything. You look at Picasso's Guernica, and it's not just shapes and lines, it's a representation of something deeper and darker. Doesn't mean he supports the horrors of war, but he's bringing it to the forefront of our mind. And same with Zero Dark 30.
There's nobody else hidden away on some other floor. There is just us. And we are failing.
Some people have said what it does is it sort of says torture is okay if it gets a result.
Not true at all. This film is not pro-torture. 100% not pro-torture. It's in the media. Torture was used before Obama came into office. If it's 15 minutes of the film, of a 2.5-hour film, if Catherine Bigelow had not put any of that in the film, she would have been whitewashing history. Just like what happens in America's history books with the Native Americans, Catherine Bigelow was not interested in telling that story. She wanted to tell an accurate portrayal of history.
So how was it filming those scenes?
It's horrible. I'm a pacifist. I'm a hippie from Northern California. I don't believe... I'm like anti-war.
You really believe this story? Osama bin Laden?
Yeah.
What part convinced you?
Her confidence.
So when approaching this role, a woman in the CIA has been trained to be unemotional and analytically precise. Of course, if I was doing those scenes as myself, it would have been very different. More tears, it would have been like a very emotional scene. But I had to show respect to the woman I was playing. And for a woman to be emotional in the CIA, no one would listen to her. No one would take anything she said seriously. So that's what I struggled with a lot.
You don't think she's a little young for the hard stuff?
Washington says she's a killer.
But it's such a small part of the film. There was only 1 week out of months and months of filming. When making the movie and when showing the manhunt, the information came from hours and hours of toiling in front of computers and going through files and trying to match up information. And so that's what we tried to show in the film.
If you're right, the whole world's gonna win in on this.
You'll never find him.
Can I ask you about the Oscars? Is that an exciting buzz, or is there a little bit that dreads it? Is there a little bit of you that feels...
Nothing about it is negative. Nothing. Like, even, I mean, last year I lost, and everyone kept coming up to me at the party and saying, I'm so sorry. And I was like, are you kidding me? I just got nominated for an Oscar. I'm here with my grandmother, sharing this moment with her. My dear friend Octavia won, who I think is brilliant in the film. There's nothing negative about this event, because so much emphasis is on winning, but it's a really big deal to be recognized and acknowledged, but especially after years of not being able to get an audition.
And did you have a kind of pinch me moment then or recently where,
Always.
do you know what, I'm stood here talking to someone, or...
Yeah, I met Christoph Waltz at the Golden Globes, and I completely geeked out on him on the red carpet. I mean, it happens to me all the time.
Any other names where you sort of thought, had that moment when you go, here I am?
Well, last year I met Gary Oldman, and I burst into tears right afterwards because I was so excited to meet him.
Lovely to meet you today, and
So nice
all
to
the
meet
best
you.
for
Thank
the
you
Oscars.
very much.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.